First up, after the rail fare hike and the fuel hike, the hike in onion prices has once again put the NDA in the dock on the issue of inflation. The prices of onions are shooting up every day. Now, the price rise is affecting Bengaluru too. While Delhi has seen an almost 50% jump in onion prices in a week, prices are up by over 10 rupees per kilogram in the city. Onions are now bringing tears to people's eyes, while wholesale traders don't see any respite in the near future. Well, these are the revised prices. Onions, which used to cost about 15 to 16 rupees per kg in Bengaluru, now costs 36 to 38 rupees per kg. The wholesale prices of onions in APMC yard is 25 rupees, while the retail price is 36 to 38 rupees per kg. In markets, the onions are being sold at 36 to 38 rupees. Onions, however, are the costliest in Shimoga, where it is being sold at 55 rupees per kg. Some traders, in fact, have gone on to state that onion prices can go up to almost 50 rupees per kilogram amid weak supply. The government has said that although the supply is not a problem, the price hike is due to black marketers and hoarders. As part of its strategy, it has asked all states to ensure proper supplies of all essential commodities. The Union Food Secretary has also written to states to crack down on hoarders. So, well, even as we've seen a substantial rise in onion prices across the country, including places like Delhi and Mumbai, it's now hit Karnataka as well. It was expected, of course, that Bengaluru also would feel this particular price hike. And now we understand the prices have reached somewhere between 36 to 38 rupees. We saw a similar situation last year when onion prices touched almost 100 rupees. Now, the question is, will the government manage to do enough? Will they manage to go ahead and control it before it reaches that level? Or will we finally see once again an issue with regards to inflation? The government, in fact, really issued a statement yesterday where they went on to state that the reason we're looking at such high prices is because of hoarders and black marketers. But besides that, the wholesalers have gone on to state that it is because of a weak supply. There is no rain as such, and all of this is affecting the onion prices. My colleague Harish joins us live from the newsroom with more details. Harish, we've seen this once in the past, of course, last year when it created headlines across the country, and now it looks like the country is headed to the same problem. Onion prices have risen. If you could break it down to us as to what the prices are in the market now in Bengaluru.
Well, if you go by the facts that we have currently, the onion prices truly have stayed stable in the wholesale market. If you look at the RMC yard in Yeshwanthpur, they have been around 22 to 26 rupees for the past few weeks. It has never really plunged to any depths of less than 20 or say more than 26. That's what the association itself tells us, that the rates have been stable in the wholesale market of around 22 to 26 rupees depending on the quality of onion. What really is the problem is three areas of problem. One are the hoarders. Remember, they take huge quantity of onions from these yards and then they hoard it, pushing the prices up. The second major problem is the speculation. Various quarters in the society indulge in speculation that ultimately benefits the middlemen, people who buy onion from these yards at 22 rupees per kilo in huge quantities, 100, 200 kgs, and then wait for the speculation to trigger and later on sell these onions at 34 rupees. Take the example of Hopcoms. There is no reason that Hopcoms can sell onions at 36 or 39 rupees kg when they themselves are getting onion from the market at 24 or 23 or 26 rupees. How can a government subsidized outlet sell onions at 36 rupees kg? So really the problem are the end vendors and the middlemen and the speculators, Sakshita.
Right, Harish. Now, quite clearly, the government itself has stated that it is hoarders that is causing a huge problem. But many of the farmers, many of the wholesalers and the traders have gone on to state that there is an issue with supply as well.
Well, if you go by what the association clearly, at least in the RMC yard in Yeshwanthpur in Bangalore, they are telling us that there is good supply of onions, especially for Bangalore. You also have supply coming in from North Karnataka to Bangalore. So there's no real problem for the next 2 months at least. That's what they are saying. But if there are chances that the rains will get affected, we have already seen the rain deficit in June, which is one of the highest for the past 5 years in India. If it continues in July, July and August as well, then we might see the onion prices going up, say in August, late August, September. That's what the traders are saying. But as of now, there's no reason to worry. There's enough supply to Bangalore, is what the Onion Traders Association of Bangalore tells us, Akshita.
Right, Harish. The last time around we saw such a situation was probably last year when prices touched almost 100 rupees per kg for onions. Does it look like we're headed towards the same direction now?
Well, 2-3 major things will really impact the prices, the future prices of onions in the near future. One is how the monsoon will turn up. That's very crucial. The second is how will the new government crack down on hoarders. We have seen major speeches by Narendra Modi during his campaign about how they should crack down on hoarding of various commodities, including onions. And third is how will the government clamp down on speculators in the market who are really driving up the prices, Akshita.
Right, Harish, also with regards to what the government can do, what the government is also doing at this point. Yes, they've stated that it is mostly hoarding that's an issue, but wholesale traders as well as others have stated that there's absolutely nothing that can be done for quite some time now. And even if the government steps in, we couldn't be looking at too much respite in sight.
Well, there are various measures that the government will have to ensure that it implements on a war footing basis, because they will have to look at what to do with the onion exports. That's one. A long-term policy on what to do with onion exports. At the same time, some scientific advice for onion traders, onion growers especially, on when to make sure that they bring these onions, when do they sow these onions, and when to bring them to the market. What we understand is perhaps a month ago, when several of these farmers brought in their products, they got around 18 to 20 rupees in the market. Now they're getting 20 to 22. So somewhere there will have to be some scientific planning as well. And the second is they will have to clamp down on big major holdings of onions, and also make sure that they can somehow clamp down on speculation in various quarters of the society, including several media outlets, Akshita.
Right, Harish. Also, you mentioned, of course, that the factor of monsoons. The lack of monsoon will definitely provide a big problem, but also an excess of it once it reaches Maharashtra, of course, which is the biggest supplier of onions. That too could affect the supply, and that too could result in an increase in prices. So can that as well spur an increase from about 36 to 38 all the way to nearly 50 rupees?
Well, the fact that the entire onion market is now severely affected by speculation means that really a proper reasoning, there's no proper reasoning behind prices, whether deficit of monsoon or more of rains. Both of them are somewhere given more importance, and you see speculation really driving up. That seems to be the problem. Hopefully the monsoons will be normal, especially in July, which will make sure that the rates in the coming few months at least will be stable, Akshita.
Right, Harish. Lastly, for the benefit of our viewers, if you could highlight what are the prices of onions in Bengaluru markets today?
Well, if you go to the Yeshwanthpur RMC yard, the wholesale market for onions in Karnataka, the biggest wholesale market for onions in Karnataka, you will get onions for 22 to 26 rupees. That is the range. There are different kinds of varieties of onion, a small onion or a big onion. Depends on them, and the association tells us that around 26 you will get the best of the onion in the market. Perhaps what the government really needs to crack down are these retail units, which are really triggering the prices up, because on an average you get today for 30 to 34 rupees is what on an average you will get it in a retail market, the store near you. But there are shops that are pricing onion at 38 or 39 rupees, even some cases Hopcoms which are charging so much. So that is where you will have to question on what the vendor spent on so much that he's charging you 38 or 39 rupees, Akshita.
Right, Harish. Thank you so much for joining us with all those details. But clearly, of course, the price is rising to nearly 38 rupees as of now in Bengaluru markets. These are, of course, in retail markets. No solution inside as of now. The government is working overtime to try and ensure that they can control this price rise. They ensuring that they can control the hoarding as such, because they believe that that is what has led to onions becoming expensive. Also, as my colleague Harish had pointed out. The RMC yard officials have made it very clear that they are getting a good supply. So with supply wise, there's no issue for Bengalurians, but the issue here is speculation, holding and the likes, which is what leading to these price rise. Will we look at it being significantly rising in the next few days is something that is being speculated upon hard, but we will have to wait and watch to see if the government comes up with some immediate redressal measures to cut down the price.